3rd, 1913, the Second Amendment to the Bill of Rights was ratified. The Second Amendment reads, "A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to bear arms and to keep them shall not be infringed." In the United States, about 25% of the population owns at least one gun. About 2 to 3 million guns, new or used, are sold in the United States every year. About 6 million people in the United States have a concealed carry permit. In the United States, 4.3 million people belong to the National Rifle Association. Countries with strict gun control tend to have more crime, especially violent crime. At the start of World War II, Jewish people were banned from owning a firearm. That is believed to be the reason they never fought back. In states without the right to carry laws, there have been 15 school shootings. In states where guns can be concealed and carried, one school shooting has occurred. Firearms that are owned privately are used about 2.5 million times each year to prevent a crime. That is once every 13 seconds. Out of the 2.5 million guns used to prevent crime, 7.7 of those are done by women defending themselves. Crimes using an assault weapon are less than 0.1%. Most assault weapons have no more firing power or killing capacity than the average hunting rifle. Only 6% of criminals use anything that is correctly classified as an assault weapon. Assault weapons are used in wild boar hunting and many different sports, including Camp Perry competitions, especially the rifle service events. Some say that the founding fathers would have no use or need for a .50 caliber rifle. Common guns of early America were larger than a .50 caliber. Many measured up to 812 caliber. A slogan from the National Rifle Association states, "I will give you my gun when you pry it from my cold, dead hands," and that is exactly how I feel about gun rights and guns. Ever since I can remember, guns have always been a part of my life. From them being displayed proudly in the gun cabinet in my living room, or them being used to kill an 8-point buck, they have always been a part of the Scott family. I am a second-generation lifetime member of the NRA and a proud owner of a Ruger All-American Model 6904 243 deer rifle. My favorite gun of all time is the Taurus 38 Special Revolver. To me, a gun is more than a gun. Guns are a hobby, a sport, and a protection. From hunting to target practice, I love it all. Many people around me are affected by guns. I have family members who are cops, FBI agents, and agents in the CIA who rely on guns to protect their lives. Also, my boyfriend's dad is the chief deputy of Marshall County, and he needs the guns to protect himself and all of his deputies. Recently, I've been attending shooting competitions with my boyfriend and his family. Without guns, we would not be able to participate in the competitions. To me, gun control is a big deal. If we are a government by the people, for the people, where does the government get the right to take its rights from its citizens? Just because some people misuse a firearm does not mean the government can take away guns from everyone. Guns do not need to be banned or controlled. Laws pertaining to who can own a gun need to be controlled. All gun control will do is cause another civil war with the citizens winning. Guns are a very big part of my life, and it will always be that way. If the government wants to take my guns, they can take them from the front. My song is Guns by Justin Moore. And he says, at the beginning, "We started out with a .410 and then he moved to a 20 gauge. Every squirrel and rabbit in Dallas County knew my name. I sat on the stand with Paw Paw from the time I was 3 years old. When I was 8, I used a muzzleloader to kill my first doe. These days, I go down to Walmart and they sell them in the back. Some people want to take them away. Why don't you go bust some boys that's selling crack?" He's saying when he first started shooting, he used a .410 and a 20 gauge. He shot and killed so many squirrels and rabbits in Dallas County that they all knew when he was around. He sat in the tree stand with his grandfather since he was 3 years old, and when he was 8 years old, he used his muzzleloader to shoot his first deer. Now, when you go into Walmart, you can buy a gun in the back of the store. People are so worried about taking gun rights away when they should be stopping people from selling drugs on the street. In the chorus, he says, "Guns, whether Remingtons or Glocks, come on men, it ain't like I'm slinging them on the block. I'm gonna tell you once, and listen son, as long as I'm alive and breathing, you won't take my guns. Guns are guns no matter if they are Remingtons or if they are Glock brand. Not everyone that has a gun is out to shoot people and kill them. He's going to say it once, and that's it, so you better just listen to him. And as long as we Americans are alive, no one will take our guns. In the second verse, he's talking about that we need more guns more than ever in this day and age. The terrorists aren't treated like terrorists or prisoners or enemies in Guantanamo Bay at all. Without proper persecution, they're allowed to do whatever a normal person would do, and are released if there isn't enough proof of them doing an act of terrorism directly. He tries to do what he knows is right and is trying to raise his family in the old ways of America. Treating someone the way you wanted to be treated is how it's supposed to be, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. What are we going to do without guns? How are we going to protect ourselves from the evil people and the enemy if they were to ever invade? If someone breaks into his house, he's going to protect himself and his family by shooting the intruder with his Colt 44. And he just repeats the course twice again. And the government will only be able to take away the guns from the people if they can take them from the older generations who grew up with guns their entire lives.